Mila Kunis is the star of this movie? Really? She's never even been a drug addict. They should have cast somebody like Megan Fox, who's younger, prettier, and has in fact been a drug addict.
Well, hey, bud, calm down. Mila knows what it means to struggle. She's been a victim of anti-Semitism in the communist country of Russia back in the early 80s.
Well, I still think Megan Fox should have been cast for the role, but that's just me. The trailer for the upcoming film 4 Good Days was released this week. The plot. Emerging from a detox clinic, a young addict must stay clean while living with her mother for the next 4 days. To me, it looks like times are changing. I think this movie is going to shine a spotlight, a well-needed spotlight on what's going on in the world when it comes to drug addiction, even mental health. Like I always said, we're trying to break that stigma that us addicts need to be loved better and not punished better. It looks like times are changing, which I think is a very positive thing in this world. And I think this movie, because of Mila Kunis and the people that are involved, are going to shine a much needed spotlight on drug addiction and how recovery is not just about the addict, but it's the whole family. Breaking stigmas like we do here at Recovering Addict. Why do we say we recover better together? Because the whole family suffers in addiction, not just the addict. So we're going to look at this clip. We're going to talk about this groundbreaking movie. I believe this is going to be a groundbreaking movie for America. I think it's going to sweep the nation. I believe this is going to get a lot of people looking at drug addiction in a whole new light, and I believe it's going to be good for the world. But first off, that theme song, what? Reba McEntire. Yes, she's back. I love Reba McEntire. She's definitely in my top 3 country artists. So this movie features a theme song sung by Reba McEntire titled Somehow You Do. The inspirational ballad was written by Diana Warren. Part of the song can be heard in the trailer, and it begins with McEntire singing, "So you feel like you've run out of hope. You want to give up the fight." On social media, the country star wrote that she was honored to be asked to sing the theme song for the new Glenn Close and Mila Kunis moving and powerful movie, 4 Good Days. Then she added, "I am so proud to be associated with these 3 very powerful women." So Mila Kunis had to research the part, right? She's never been a drug addict. The only thing that I could see that she has a passion for is her and Ashton Kutcher actually tried to help Macaulay Culkin back in his day. They reached out, called him, begged him to go to rehab when Macaulay Culkin was going through his drug addiction. So there is some passion towards addiction in her heart, though she has never been an addict that I could find anywhere. So while she was researching for this part, she apparently went to some NA meetings, and this is what she learned. And now you got to remember, she's looking for a specific role, right? You got people that are in the midst of their drug addiction. You got people well past their drug addiction in recovery. And she's playing a part of a person that's in 4-day window of coming off heroin and getting her maintenance assisted treatment medication. So this is what she said she's learned.
Honestly, they're inspiring in a different right, but you kind of, it wasn't I don't know how to say this without offending people. So you either go into an NA meeting and you find that people that are still addicted and they're lying, or they're so past their addiction that they're unfortunately irrelevant to me at this point in the story. So those are the 2 extremes that I learned. Addicts lie. And so in NA meetings, you very rarely get the truth.
So apparently she just figured out that addicts lie. I don't fully agree with that. When I went to NA meetings, yes, you have a little bit of people that are in there that are still high. You got people well into their recovery, which are there to support and love. But I felt the most honest and open conversations when I went to NA meetings. Yes, they do lie. In the midst of their addiction, they are full-blown. I was a full-blown liar all the time. But I don't think you go to NA and just assume everybody in the room is lying. There are people there because they hurt and they are wanting help and support. 4 Good Days starts Kunis as Molly, a 31-year-old who is struggling with drug addiction and must remain sober for 4 days before she can receive an opiate antagonist shot. Close plays her estranged mother, Deb, who is willing to do whatever she can to help her daughter during the 4 days. Molly experiences withdrawal symptoms while struggling with her relationship with her family and her children. The movie was based on a Washington Post article by Ellie Soslow titled How's Amanda? A Story of Truth and Lies in American Addiction. 4 Good Days opened at the Sundance Film Festival in 2020, and Vertical Entertainment has acquired the North American theatrical rights to the film. The movie will open in theaters on April 30th and will become available on demand May 21st. All right, let's get into the trailer.
I'm going to level with you, Molly. Opioids have a 97% relapse rate. You have gone through this 15 times. Do you know what an opiate antagonist is?
No.
It's a shot we give you once a month. The shot essentially makes you immune to getting high.
So what he's talking about is maintenance assisted treatment. A lot of people do get on this antagonist shot or they take Suboxone, and it helps them through the withdrawal part of coming off of heroin. Because if you're coming off of heroin, it is one of the most horrific things you can do. I mean, it's the flu times 10, the sickness that just drives you back to the drug because you'd rather die or use the drug than go through the withdrawal.
Is it safe? Are you kidding me? Now all of a sudden your body's a temple?
How many of us can relate to that? We slam needles in our arms, we've sniffed the most disgusting things up our noses, or we've drank the biggest bottles of poison, and now all of a sudden we're worried about something.
You have to be clean for at least a week.
4 more days, seriously?
Tired of what we've been through. I'm scared for you if she's around.
Who was that?
If I wasn't a junkie.
I love how this movie is portraying both sides of it. The family side, what the mother's going through, and also what the addict, Molly, here is going through.
Would you even ask?
Probably not. Whenever I've decided to re-engage with her, I've always done it with my eyes wide open.
So you feel like you've run out of hope.
Please, I can't do this. Yes, you can.
You wanna give up the
Oh, that support right there, like, almost chokes me up, but it is so important, like, especially through those times. And if you're somebody that has somebody that in your life that is addicted and you're trying to support them, I think you should learn a lot about addiction so that you can prepare to protect yourself in that situation that we see Deb here playing as the mother.
Mom, how is she? She sits around smoking, twitching, and I am there watching her like a hawk and pretending that I'm not. Almost one day.
She's sitting there. You see that she runs into the grocery store. Where'd my daughter go? Watching her like a hawk, even though she's pretending not to, right? That's the co-addiction. My wife experienced that with my alcoholism. She was watching the bank account, watching everything that I did. What's going to happen now? And this has an effect on the person that's trying to support the addict and gets just immersed in the addiction as well. And so we hear recovering addicts say we recover better together because both sides have to recover from what is going on.
Yeah. 3 more to go.
when you think it's the end of the road.
I'm so sorry. Wish I'd been around.
You should have been.
You think it's my fault that you're an addict.
He's covering a lot of good stuff here.
Oh my God.
Heartbreaking.
It just goes on and on.
I am so sorry that my drug addiction is so incredibly difficult on you.
Sometimes I get the feeling that I don't want to love her anymore.
She gets the feeling she doesn't want to love her anymore. We always talk about how the family hits rock bottom way before the addict does. And I think this is being portrayed here very well.
It's the end of the road.
Do you know how many times that I have told myself that I'm not going to steal to get high?
Someday I want things to be easier for her.
That I'm not going to lose custody of my children to get high.
When you think that the mountain's too high.
Oh, please make it stop.
What does it take to get C?
And you'll never get through.
I'm so sorry, Mom.
If there's anyone who has the strength to break free of this, it's you. I really believe that. I'm proud of you.
Somehow you do.
I'm really looking forward to this movie, and when it comes out, we are definitely going to review it here on Recovering Addict. Remember that it comes out in theaters on April 30th, and it's going to be available to stream on demand May 21st. So please subscribe, ring that bell, and stay updated for more videos.